Okay, y'all know I always have a story, and this story is, is personal. Maybe all my stories are personal. I don't know, but I have to share this because I wanted to kind of tell you some of the stages that I experienced with this particular story. Long story brief, um, I decided to move out of a place earlier, and I'm sure you all have seen my video on unpackaged boxes, so you know that I was moving. And I got this other space, and I know I didn't want to have it for a long time, but I felt like it was the right and perfect space. It was somewhat downsizing from where I was. And I don't really view downsizing as something negative. To me, it's something that is helping you prepare for the greatness that God is blessing you with, or you will receive. So I decided to come to this particular space, and they had a special for the month. But let me go back a little bit. The reason why I chose this space, not because it was just the greatest place in the world or whatever. Yes, it had good rates, all of that. But the main reason I chose this space is because when I looked for a couple of pieces of new furniture that I wanted to get, because I really want to bring forth newness, so I kind of got rid of a lot of things and wanted to get new things. So as I was looking on the furniture site to get some furniture, the same name of the complex that I live in was the same name as the couch. So I said, okay, well, I think I need to purchase this couch, and I think I need to move forward with this place. So I felt like it was right and perfect. I felt like it was ordained. I felt like it was a good in-between space before I receive what I am looking to receive within, hopefully by the end of this year. It's all in divine timing. I don't know. But it's a space for me at this particular time before I move on to the next phase of my life. So I got here. They had a special. And this special was a month free, once you sign the lease. You pay whatever your prorated costs, and boom, you got a month free. There was no specificity on what apartment was free or not. At least when you see it, you'll just see free month special. Okay, I got here after I actually signed the lease. I didn't even move in until 2 weeks later after I signed my lease. And here it is going on until the month that I'm assuming that's free. And I get an email stating that you have a statement for March. So I call the manager. Of course, I go to the office and I'm like, okay, what's the deal? I thought the month was free. No, Miss Gardner, what happened was your unit that you live in was not under the free month special. Okay. I was very livid because sometimes when you feel like a storm comes, it just feels like it never ends sometime. And I'm like, okay, what are you talking about? But I had to bring myself back because after my first initial email, I probably was a little sharp with my tongue. But I had to bring it back a little bit, and I had angels around me. I always call people angels because God speaks through people, as well. So I had people calling me with this great energy. Girl, you just gotta, be nice and, be soft or whatever, because they should honor that, blah, 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 blah. So I get this, and I get people speaking life into this whole situation for me because I didn't allocate nothing for the March payment, only for the next month. So as I go through this experience, I go through these emotions of feeling defeated and wondering, okay, when is this Job experience that I'm having is going to end? Because I sometimes feel like I have the same experience as Job. And if you are familiar with Job in the Bible, you know that he had leprosy, he had naysayers around him saying negative things and wondering, okay, what kind of God you serve, and you look like this, you got leprosy, what's the deal? But he still stayed steadfast on his belief in what he knew was right, and he knew that all the glory and all the honor goes to God. So I said, okay. So I had to literally do some work around how I was feeling around it, because a lot of times what we don't realize is if we stay with the circumstance of the situation, then it perpetuates and it expands. I've said several times, and even in my book, I talk about expansion. And it doesn't matter whether it's positive or negative, it's still going to expand. And that's what happened. And it felt big to me. It felt like it was too much. And I had other plans, and I felt like I had to shift things around. It was just a lot going on. And they could not get back to me until the following week. So finally, once I went to this delicious spiritual gathering we had, and I do apologize for not putting it up on my group page. I was so busy with that in my head and other things, trying to get things situated in this new space. I forgot to put it on my group page, but I would definitely let you guys know when the next spiritual gathering is. It was so great. It was so delicious. Just listening to other people's perceptions and perspectives on how they view their spirituality and who God is in their life was just absolutely wonderful. So I cannot wait for the next one, and I'm definitely going to share it. But quick, back to the story really quick. I could not share that because of what I was experiencing inside. And after that meeting and the uplifting, that's the tool that I talked about earlier. God will set you up in spaces and places where you get motivated again, where you get inspired again. As long as we pay attention around us, there's always something that we could be grateful for. And I just had to start feeling grateful for the experience. And I said, God, I know you wouldn't have placed me here and have given me the sign that you gave me for this not to be the space that I was supposed to be in. Like, it just didn't make any sense. So I had to release and let go. And this morning I heard it so loud. It was like somebody was singing, "You're gonna have favor." I don't know how that sounded. So I was like, what is this in my head? This song in my head. And literally I talked to Joe Nathan, and probably maybe about 20 minutes after that, they send me an email stating, "Miss Gardner, we're going to honor your month special, and your next payment is not due until April." So I said all that to say, it is in that blank space, in that time of the storm, or what you may consider a storm, or what you create or make magnificent into a storm, because sometimes we can magnify things with our words and how we use and the vibration of them, what we're projecting. We can magnify it and make it so magnificent that it's overwhelming and it's taking us over. But as long as we stand still and stay steadfast in who we are and what we know to be true, especially when you get signs and symbols that's the confirmation for you, that's the time to hold on to your faith. That's the time to know even stronger. That's the time, no matter what people are saying around you or what you may feel or the chatter in your head that is negative, that's keeping you bound by that circumstance, that's the time to really and truly pull yourself out of there. Be grateful. Know what you know. Know that that is what was supposed to happen. Because everything sometimes gives us lessons, and a lot of times the lessons are not that great. We got to learn in certain ways. And that was my lesson, to just stay steadfast in what I believed in and know to be true at that moment, especially when I really believed that God gave me the confirmation to be in this space. So just remember that. Enrich the soul. I'll see you guys.